Hi, it's Sandy. I'm back at the Babylock Solaris, continuing my journey, working on some machine embroidery. I know I still owe one more video on the Easter Blessings table runner that I was working on last week, but I took a little break from that because I have to get some homework done for the guild, the sewing guild, this Thursday, and I also wanted to work on this sweatshirt. I had a goal tonight. I wanted to use some of my neon threads, and I wanted to use a design in the sewing machine. And I've been wanting to do that. I've been wanting to do a video, try for every week, but I don't know if that will happen. So, but that's a goal, but I've got so many things that I need to work on. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with that, but we'll see what happens. So tonight I'm using a design that's in the Solaris. These flowers are in there, and the spray, and this shooting star. Of course, the lettering is in there. I went ahead and I used 3 different fonts. And so that was my design. I was just playing around with it, trying to dream up something to use this neon thread on. And it's really hard for me to envision this neon thread sewn out. On the screen, it looks much more subtle. I have the colors plugged in that I'm using, but when you look at my sweatshirt, it's a lot brighter. Sometimes that has to do with the sweatshirt or the color of the fabric that you're using. I don't really think that's the case here. I just think it was a nice, dense design, and it's just sewing out very, very bright. But I really wanted something cheerful, so far I'm okay with it. Now, I could not decide what color to... that's very interesting. That's been doing that tonight, where we'll just sew like a dot. So I don't know what's going on there. But right now it is sewing the shooting star. Oh, I see that part over there. That was part of the, like, the dust behind the star. Yeah, I tried to look to see how it was going to sew that out. And it's just like sporadic. I thought it was going to be more of an outline or a more defined line, but we'll see how it sews out. So yes, I have all of this neon thread, and I never use it. So I wanted to put something on the sweatshirt that I got, and using that thread, cheerful. And so what it says is sewing mends the soul. And that's all, real simple. And I was trying to find little designs that I could put on the front of it. And there's not too many small designs. And I know you can shrink them down, but like I was looking for small designs where I could put more than one on the front of this sweatshirt. And I didn't find too many, but you know, maybe I need to look again because there's so many designs on this sewing machine that I've only touched the very surface. I'm using these are the, I don't know what they're called, but they're like, they roll up, and I put them around my stabilizer, and then I'm trying them tonight to see how I like them holding back the fabric, and they do a pretty good job. This is the bobbin gizmo. It's just kind of the same version of this, only it's for bobbins. And so far I like using them. They're easier than the safety pins I usually use. Okay, this looks like it's the middle of the star. So I'm going to try this pretty yellow. And there's also, in neon, there's also not, it doesn't seem like there's all shades in the neon collection for Floriani. So maybe I need to look at other companies' neon threads. But like purple, I had to pick my own purple. There was lots of yellows, pinks, some oranges, and greens. Well, the blue is, to me, it's not real neon blue. So I just kind of fudged it. And hopefully this looks okay. I mean, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Well, I love that font down there. Okay, now it wants me to outline the star in black. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and follow that. At first I thought it was like it was like a, you know, like the comet tail, you know, like it should be like sparkly or something, but I don't want to dig out my metallic thread, because then I'd have to put a metallic needle in. So I'm just going to see how this looks. And try to get back to my table runner after the guild, but I also have a, oops, I heard something snag. No, it's okay. I also have a little baby quilt I have to make too. Maybe more than one. And I have to do it before Wednesday of next week. So there's a lot on the agenda. And this black up here will help tie in the words down there. I used some of this thread down there, and this pretty, oh, I don't even know what color it is. It's hiding under my 137 Floriani. I used this up here to help tie that in, because I don't know, all kind of got to work together. And I think that really helped. As they always say, trust the process, but when you're picking out your own colors, sometimes the colors you pick out don't always work. Like I said, my initial inspiration came from me being at Ace Hardware, and I was looking at these pansies that are so pretty. And then when I got home, I said, I want to stitch something out, but I want to use the neon thread. The neon embroidery thread that I've got. And what I found was, unless you have like every major color in the neon thread, you might have issues. Like I did. But like, it would have been nice to have the blue in here and maybe more of a neon purple. Okay, I've got to put in another color. It's just going to do like a little stitch, not that much, just a little more of that tail from the star. So it's just having me put in, whoops, I got a little bit of a, trim that. I've had to trim jump stitches in this, down here in this design. There were some jump stitches. I think I still see a few more down there. And normally the digitizer for Babylock, I don't know, normally they, just those few stitches is all I wanted to stitch out. Very interesting. And now it wants the yellow again. So like this to me is a little bit nutty as far as the digitizing goes. Like I would have been happy with just like, you know, lines of stitching. This is probably only going to stitch a tiny bit from what I can tell. Yeah, it's like the tail is, let me think. I've got the yellow, I've got the green. It wants like a blue. Okay, that's real strange. I think I'm just going to use this pink because I don't have a neon blue. Might be the wrong decision, but oh well. I love this pink over here. I don't know if you can see it, but now it wants an orange. Well, that would look pretty with the pink. So I think I'll use this one. That really bright one. I do like the new feature of the Radiance that when you're changing threads, it gives you the option to move the carriage away from the side, because I'm always struggling with I think that's it. Okay, so I'll pull it out so we can see it. There it is. Sewing Mends the Soul. And that's using my neon threads. So that's it. Just wanted to share that with you real quick. Have a good evening.